It is November 1st and we haven't been out yet. This year I want to make sure that the boat is ready when I get out on the water. I'm really sprucing it up this year, trying to do the best we can. A lot of times I won't even hunt out of the boat, but a lot of the times I will, especially when we got a flood tide. So my goal this year is to make an island out of the boat. So we're gonna call this Duck Island. Not really that clever, but if you can think of a name for it, let me know in the comments. But today, yeah, we're sprucing it up. We're doing some stuff that I always wanted to do with it. I'm still using the fast grass here from, I believe it's tangle free. I've been taking really good care of this. I leave it under the cover here in my storage area. So when I get done with the hunt, I will bring it in, put out the blind, let it dry out. So this stuff is lasting longer than I thought it would, which is great. So I'm adding additional coverage because there are little gaps in this stuff. You can see here, you know, you can see in there. It's good coverage though, but you know, a little flawed. It's the most important thing you could have while putting the duck blind together. What do you guys think? Zip ties. Hundreds of them. Now, if you guys are curious, you want to see the process of where I put the panels on the boat and how I did it and where I got it, go check out that video that I posted last year. I'll put a link in the description. Go check that out. This side's done. I'm going to do the port front here shortly. I won't show you that just because you already watched me do this side, but this is how it folds out. Bam. Ready to hunt. Before, just hanging down right here where my hand is, and I added this extra 2 more layers here so that it goes down to near and probably at the water line. This will be hanging in the water. I might cut that because this stuff does rot and get heavy. Oh, you guys hear that right now? Storage unit geese. So I've got ghillie blankets from Dive Bomb. We'll show you guys later. That I put over the motors, and on the starboard side, got ghillie blankets that go from there to my little kicker motor over there, my backup motor. And I got a ghillie blanket that covers main here. This is the area that I exit, and this area here is neglected quite a bit. So I want to find something to cover this area. Eventually I'll probably get a ghillie blanket, but just because they're so easy, they roll up nice, they got these little clips on, I can store them nicely. But maybe this year I think I'll add another piece of grass here that folds over this, and then when I fold the blind out, whoop, I'll just fold it out and cover this area. Port side front is complete. We got port side rear, port side front. Let's see what it looks like. Looks pretty darn good, I'll tell you what. That goes up like so. All right. That looks really good. This is that, I randomly put a bundle of that synthetic blind grass on here. That's what this is right here that I'm pulling on. You can see the difference. I'm gonna wind that in here. You see some gaps in there when you look into it. And I wanna, like I said, weave that in there just to kind of break up the yellow on the tangle-free blind grass. All right, I almost forgot. I wanted to show you guys the starboard side of the boat. Earlier this week and last week I was tying this, again, this stuff, the synthetic blind grass camo, into the blind to really break it up. And I think I like it. Get that 3D look. And I did it on the top too because there's just a flat line, a straight symmetrical line on the top, which doesn't look very natural. So I tied them up so they stick up. And we might do more to make it, give it more coverage. All right, you guys, this is the stuff I'm talking about, the blind grass. It's synthetic blind grass made by Blind Grass Camo. Go check them out, blindgrasscamo.com. No affiliation with them. Again, I bought these 4 panels of samples from them. And eventually I'm going to outfit the entire boat, but we're not going to do that until the real stuff rots. So might be a couple years. Might be next year, we'll see. So I'm just, like I said, weaving these through here and having them come out up top to break up this line, this straight line here. Oh my gosh, look at that. We got duck feathers. Duck feathers from last year. Like I said, we Took some of that blind grass, the synthetic stuff, and just weaved it in here to kind of mix up the colors a little bit on the port side and the starboard side. I got the dive bomb ghillie blankets over the motor just to show you what it looks like. Maybe in the next episode we will do a duck boat blind tour on the water, and I'll show you all the stuff, the motors, the inside of the boat, where I store stuff, all that good stuff. We'll get to that later, but for now I just wanted to show you today the duck blind. There it is from one angle, and let's go to the other side of the boat and get a different angle. Angle of the boat from the top. Tried to put in some of this stuff to kind of fill in some of the gaps a little bit, to help just a little bit on mallards flying over the top. So when I'm by myself, I can put grass on here, cover it up really good. Very apparent to me that I need to get some more grass mats for the front that I usually just drape over the front, because there's not much. I've got 4 mats up front here, and these are very, very, very used. And I also need another grass mat to cover up that diamond plate. This is a storage box here, also a fish box, and another box here for storage. But just a real quick peek for you on the inside. There you go. And then the area we talked about earlier in the back. Got to find a creative way to cover this up here, which I usually do. Maybe another ghillie blanket, just so we can be consistent. Or I do have a couple more grass mats here, but I kind of want to use those for the A-frames on the top of the blind. I need to rebrush those up because I've got some exposed metal. Well, it's a pretty good angle. You can tell on these ghillie blinds. This is where your face is supposed to go when you're out in the field. But the cool thing about these dive bomb ones, they got these vegetation straps in here where you can put some of your natural surroundings in there. Got some work to do here. I got some exposed green. I don't really like that, especially on those bluebird days where the ducks can see every little nuance on the blind. Here it is, right there. Another peek on the inside, and I'll show you guys later how it collapses, and I know I've shown you that on previous episodes, but there it is in all her glory. She's ready for the season, guys. 2024, 2025. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out in the duck blind.